It is official, we did finally make it to the weekend, and I have already drank my cup of coffee. It's delicious. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the tribe, to another galactically challenged video with your bald-headed boy, Scribble. Let's break this down. We find ourselves upon the planet of Malachor, home of the Sith. But in this case, home of the Empire, featuring the grandest of Inquisitors and his bestest buds. Seems he has got half his team full of masked individuals and the other half have got their faces showing. It's kind of interesting. Global modifier, then, is a Drain Essence. Characters in the leader slot get a new ability, essentially, that allows them to absorb the essences of their allies and gain a bonus turn. It's kind of funny. So your allies lose some stats, you gain a bonus turn, gain some stats. It's kind of weird, but it's useful in certain situations. The player modifier is for... It's for rebels. So your rebels have got a bunch of additional health steal, can't be counted, and get a load of additional buffs. This is going to be swell. Imperial Edict is the opponent's modifier. If there is an Empire ally in the leader slot, they're gaining additional max health and max protection, and whenever the Empire in the leader slot uses a special ability during their turn, all Empire allies are going to assist, dealing 10%, increasing the damage they deal by 10% till the end of the battle, essentially. Yeah, and if there's no summon, they're getting a Snowtrooper operative. It's quite funny. We've got Imperial Troopers, but also Imperial Troopers. We've got Inquisitorius, plus also there's a random Snowtrooper on Malachor. He looks completely out of place. So, feats. We need to win with a full team of rebels. We also need to complete the battle with an undersized squad. That means you have to go in with a non-full team. And we need to win after removing 400% turn meter from all of our enemies. Wonderful. Now, of course, we're going to break this up into two battles. One is going to be using our wonderful CLS here, and the others are going to be getting our Undersized and our TMR. And I've got a couple of options available to you, but first, let us roll it with the Kings of Rebels. So, this is important. Make sure you pay attention, because it's a very nuanced battle. What happens is your CLS Rebels go into the battle, and you hit auto. Was that clear? Does anybody need me to go over this again? Yeah, it's very difficult, very nuanced, and only people of the upper echelons of technical capabilities can possibly understand the complexities of using this team. Afraid I was very, very drunk. Yeah, it's pretty easy, guys. It's pretty easy. What you do is you hit auto and win. If you want to make your life easier, maybe target 7th Sister so she doesn't daze half your team. Because, you know, how rude. She is an evasion mechanic character, so she can evade some stuff. Looks like my CLS is just quite happily draining all of the stats from his allies. And, yeah, it's good. It's good, because we can win. Look at all of our allies with no health, basically. But our CLS is probably very chunky. He's probably very chunky indeed. Yep. That was just a small hit there, 150,000 or so. He keeps using the event special ability, even though he has no allies. So he's going to take a bunch of turns. Look at him, his bonus turn. Swip. I love CLS. CLS is brill. Isn't he great? Obviously, if you manually play that, it'll be a whole lot easier. It'll be a whole lot easier. All right, okay, so next up on the chopping block, we are going to use... a team that's going to get us the Undersized, a team that's going to get us the turn meter removal. I'm going to start off with Resistance. Now, I'm going to give you 3 teams, guys, okay? We're going to start off with Resistance, JTR with her droids, okay? So R2-D2, BB-8, and C-3PO. All you want to do, put, like, stupid fast speed mods on BB-8, okay? Mine is currently way too slow. He's at 295, and we want to be able BB-8 to interrupt the turn meter, okay? So you want to go in, you want to just find speed mods, and I'm just going to throw the fastest speed mods that I have, as long as it's not taking away from JTR or anything like that. Just chuck these speedy boys on, and we'll have, you know, relatively quick speed, I guess. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Comment section down below. What do you think BB-8 speed is? Well, it's 368. There you go. 368, okay? Now, the other guys, they don't have good mods. They don't have good mods. My R2-D2's got trashy mods, 297 speed. JTR's got trashy mods, 255 speed. C-3PO has got trashy mods, 244 speed. So, I'm just putting BB-8 quick, because BB-8 just gives that little wiggle, and that's going to get us that TM at the start, and it's going to get that ball rolling for us. You know, There was a pun there. BB-8 ball rolling. You know what I mean? You get it. You get it. So we're going to start the battle. We're going to go... And there we go. We've got a turn. Now, I recommend we use this wavy wave over on Grand Inquisitor because I don't want him taking turns. So we'll take that away. That's turn meter, guys. I've given you the secrets to life, the universe, and everything. We're going to stealth everybody and just leave BB-8ster out here in the open. And then I'm going to... What am I going to do? I think, yeah, let's call in R2, and I want to see if I can stun Seventh Sister. We didn't quite stun her, and then I'm going to place some translation over here on the Beebster again. There we go. Okay, cool. So, you don't want to kill people. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but you want them to stay alive so they've got turn meter for you to remove. Now, JTR over here needs to get one more stack of translation, right? She needs one more stack of translation in order to have 3 stacks of translation so that whenever we use a basic with C-3PO, then he's going to decrease cooldowns. However, she's okay for 1 turn, so I'm just going to basic here. All right, just going to basic. Then wiggle. Look at that. Turn meter removal. AoE Bernie. Wait for it. Turn meter removal. All right, it didn't actually work that time, but that's not the point. That's not the point. Okay, cool. So we're going to look to spread stuff and things. Now I'm going to use this event special ability. We're up to 3 times. You want to try and find the people with the highest amount of turn meter when JTR has got a wave, and you just go, a wave. Lovely. Strip it away. Wiggle. Turn meter removal. Isn't it marvelous? Then, whenever we can, we're going to call in our boy C-3PO, just because he is then going to decrease the cooldowns on our JTR, so that she's going to be able to wave more people down. All right, look, who have we got? Looks like Snow Trooper over here. Zoop. Get rid of all of that turn meter. How dare you do an AoE? That's very, very rude. Once again, we'll call in this boy. Lovely. Wiggle, wiggle. And then we'll stealth it. I'm going to actually put the focus over on JTR because BB-8 is looking a little bit peaky. He's looking a little bit peaky. So we should have some nice turn meter removal going on. Okay, hold on. Let's just strip this back. There we go. We'll use Illuminated Destiny. That's going to give us a little bit of recovery. And then we're just going to basic. And then I'm going to call in C-3PO. Lovely jubbly. We're going to keep that focus over on JTR. And this is basically it. Basically, this is all you got to do. You just keep on stripping away turn meter. Drag out the battle for as long as you can stomach. Calling in C-3PO to decrease the turn meter on your characters. Turn meter, decrease the cooldowns on your characters, and just have a good time with it. Basically, every time we use a special ability, when someone has got an exposed, they should lose turn meter. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? The longer you drag it out, the more likely you are to hit that 400%. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty easy, and because they can't even take turns, they can't really do much, and eventually you just defeat them like this. I'm pretty certain I've got way over that 400%, so I'm just going to look to wrap this up now. So let's just go up, and then boopity-boopity-boo, and people just fall over because they've got a bunch of exposes. Isn't that wonderful? But fear not. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have that particular team, there is, of course, other teams that you can use. That one will get you the Undersized and the TMR ability. We can also go in with Imperial Troopers, for example. Imperial Troopers. So you go in with something like a Veer's lead. We'll take in Piet because he's awesome. We'll take in Moff Gideon because he has controlled the situation, which is phenomenal. We'll also take in Stark. Now, Stark is quite useful with an Imperial Trooper team because of this Imperial Intelligence ability. At the end of his turn, Stark recovers 7% health and protection, removes 1% turn meter from all enemies for each active Empire ally, doubled for Imperial Trooper allies. So whenever our boy Stark takes a turn, he's going to be removing turn meter from the enemy team. Now, I'm going to use a full team for this one. Just to make it a little bit easier for us. I'm not going to take in Dark Trooper or anything like that. And once again, the same principle that we used for BB-8, you want to use that for Gideon. So we want to get Gideon stupidly fast, all right? Stupidly fast. So I'm just going to put whatever mods I had on BB-8 over onto Gideon. Don't look at these and think, these are the speed thresholds that I need, because I'm not going to test all the speed thresholds. Are you crazy? I'm just going to test and see what do I need to get decent speed on him, and then just roll with it from there, okay? So we've got 385 speed. Wow, he's pretty quick. Moff Gideon's got really high base speed, guys. That's why he's so fast. It looks like Piet's lost some mods over here, so let's just throw some mods on him. Boopity-boopity-boo, because we still want him to actually take a turn. There we go. Okay, so 362 on the Piet then. So the idea behind this is we're going to use Control the Situation. That strips everybody's turn meter on the field. There is an extra unit on their team, so probably one use of that turn meter strip if we go first. Look at all that. That's basically 400% turn meter in and of itself. I'm going to target Grand Inquisitor because I don't like his face. And then we're going to use... Oh, could we just do a mass assist on him? Or should we do a mass assist on, like, 7th Sister? Let's do a mass assist on 7th Sister. Boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boop. Everybody knows that with Imperial Troopers, the idea is definitely to try and get that first kill, so you can start generating that turn meter and getting the ball rolling. Okay, so what's happening here is we've got Stark's turn. So Stark's turn, after his turn, they should lose turn meter. They should lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doubled, 10% turn meter, okay? So I'm going to see if he does AoE. The AoE has a chance of actually applying stagger as well, which is obviously super useful, because stagger will be TMR. Okay, let's basic here. Come on, get that. Ah, there we go. There we go. And now we can get an AoE with the days out there. Going to focus on the Stormtrooper operative. Let's gain a little bit more TM. Just a basic here. Ooh, boop. You're done. You're done, son. Now I'm going to go after Grand Inquisitor. And I'm pretty confident, like I said, that once you get to this point, there's nothing that the enemy can do. It's kind of game over. It's over for them. It's over for them. We've already started... I think the very first turn, in fact, probably was enough. And every time Stark is getting around to his turn, he's also stripping away turn meter from them. So, yeah, you can see they've got literally 0 turn meter. I know that's not an undersize. You might be able to get that to work as an undersize, but I'm not messing around with that. Now, if you want an even easier way, you got a GL. Yeah, well, let's say in this instance you've got Lord Vader, for example. You could do something very, very similar. We'll just go in with Empire here. Darth Vader leadership. Darth Vader's leadership, boom da boom ba da boom, 50% chance to remove, 20% turn meter whenever they damage an enemy for Empire and Sith. So, Darth Vader, Lord Vader. Let's once again throw in Gideon, because he's got that AoE turn meter removal, and then you could throw in someone like Mara Jade. She's got a stagger, AoE stagger, alright? So we'll take that same principle once again, and we're just not going to let the enemy do anything. That sounds fair, doesn't it? I think that sounds fair. So, what you do is you'll start and you'll go crush. Look at their turn meter right now. Look at all their turn meter. It's a 50% chance. I think we removed some turn meter there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that stun. It's also going to put tenacity down. I'm then going to use control the situation. Strip away all their turn meter. Easy. I'll go into Merciless, and let's see if we can just get ability blocks on everybody. There's not a guaranteed chance of this proccing. I think it's an 85% chance to have an ability block. I'm not going to use the AoE right now because nobody has got turn meter. So just going to basic. And then hit them. So every single time we're doing this, we have a chance to remove their turn meter. AoE stagger. Isn't that wonderful? Turn meter removal. Turn meter removal. Oh, here we go. Boom. Turn meter removal. So, you know, I think we're already done. I think we are already done when it comes to turn meter removal. It feels like they can't really do anything extra now, so you can probably just wrap it up. And they're honestly going to die of sadness because they've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Of course, Vader is unable to kill Grand Inquisitor because the Grand Inquisitor has got all that additional stats from the global modifier. But hey-ho. It's quite alright. They can't remove those dots, so those dots are actually going to kill them. Let's see, do we get any turn meter removal? I think we did get a little bit of turn meter removal there, which is quite nice. And then they're just going to start dropping like flies. Boom, boom. Yeah, okay, let's hit it on auto. And that's kind of it, guys. It's a pretty easy Galactic challenge for a Friday. It's like rolling into the weekend, nice and chilled. And you know what would make me so super happy is if you could just give me a quick like down below, give me a little comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that we can try and hit 13,000 subs at some point in the near future. That would be awesome. Thank you, my patrons, for being such incredible individuals and supporting this channel. You guys are awesome. Until the very next video, peace out, and may the Force be with you.